Hey everybody, this is Brad Dyke. I'm just a lowly old guy here that works as a leadership in IT industries, and I had proposed this video out there, and I had kind of a starter version of this video, talking about how can we get rid of the U.S. debt in the United States in a positive way. Well, devaluing the nature of the American dollar is not a positive way. It's actually quite a negative way. And I can't have the government coming up to us and saying, well, suck it up. Yes, you've lost 50% of your savings and your money market accounts and your bank accounts and all that. No, you haven't lost a single penny, but your penny's worth a lot less, basically. It's all still there. It just doesn't have as much power as it used to have to provide you security in your final years. So how do you get around that? Well, the first thing you do is you realize that it's not you. It's the United States government. They have not done a good job. Between the inside bickering and the inside fighting and the pork belly projects, we have $38 to $39 trillion of debt, $1 trillion of basic interest payments, and we're at 125% on average over the GDP. And the last time that happened was just before World War II. So that being said, they have to do something to devalue the nature so they can bring that debt down and do it in an effective way. My suggestion to this entire headache is, guys and gals, please get out of the pool, step out of the box, and look at the box from the outside. If you do that, you see a whole different avenue of approach in regards to dealing with the debt of the United States government. What basically is the debt of the United States government? A lot of it is related to research. And a research that is validated, quantified, and backed in a very professional way with a lot of risk and an assurance as well as debt to confirm its value. In other words, you're not haphazardly just doing stupid studies. There are really, really significant studies going on all over the place. But it required investment. Investment. Okay, that's an impressive statement right there. What if we could actually take $1 trillion worth of U.S. money, authorized and approved by the Treasury and the United States government, combine that with $3 trillion debt value, in other words, $3 trillion from the $39 trillion debt, used to back and fill the $1 trillion of American currency that can be provided for adaptive research, development, and exploration. Specifically, this could actually be used to pay NASA and many other research firms and affiliations so that we can basically get ourselves a way of a recursive repayment crediting process for exploring, creating, innovating, and getting ourselves to the next place. Outer space, specifically. Now, the crucial thing about that is it has to be exactly the same thing as we do today. In other words, it has to be heavily vetted. It has to be heavily reviewed. It has to have backing that's credible and basically authoritative in nature. Then it needs congressional approval so that it has the basic foundation under it. And then the Federal Reserve would go and come in and say, okay, I like this. The Federal Reserve gets the opportunity to have access to some of the returns and benefits of the R&D research that is being set up. And the $1 trillion credit line could be then committed, and that what that does is it pulls $3 trillion out of the active U.S. debt we have out there. Now, if you set up 3 primary fields of study, that's $9 trillion you can remove from the $39 trillion debt. $3 trillion each. One is for exploration, one is for space, one is for R&D and development. And you could add other classifiers, and specifically avoid defense and offense strategies. And what ends up happening is the debt of the United States the United States government becomes an investment strategy to build tens to 20s to 40 to 50 trillion dollar results in that creates a kickback to the Federal Reserve, that which helps them absorb that reinvestment of their debt. That way they show a profit, you show a profit, and the world benefits. And it's unilateral. I hate to say it, but yeah, it's a win, win, and a win. And then you have a multiplier based on the different fields that which can do the work. This can work for any country. Every country has debt. How you handle that debt and how you dispose of that debt is the discretion of the entities themselves. So with this being said, I know this is just a paltry little leadership guy out here in the IT industries, but we work for a living, and we understand that your return on investment and your investment costs are real, and are real because of all of the conscious effort we put into doing that, to getting it done. And that's the key thing. You finish what you start. Well, this is Brad Dyke saying goodbye. I hope you guys have a blessed week, and God bless, and you take care. Bye-bye.